Georgia, thanks for joining us. It's only right that we start by saying welcome to Birmingham City. How does it feel to be the new head coach of our under-21s?
Yeah, it's really good to be in. Obviously, it feels like it's been a long time coming. So I think I found out in end of October, start of November, and obviously only started in the last couple of weeks. So it's certainly been like a long break between finding out and coming in. But it's good to come in, get the ball rolling, and get straight on with everything, really.
I was going to say, you've been in the role a couple of weeks now. How are you settling into the club and the new environment?
Yeah, really well. I think it's been really easy to get to know the group, both staff and players. Everyone's been really welcoming. I think an overnight stay to Brighton in my first week probably helped with that. You get to see people's characters off the pitch a little bit, but the players in particular have been brilliant in terms of their response to me, their willingness to work hard. Absolutely can't fault the group at all. And
you're joining a women's setup that has a great history in producing players through its pathway. What excites you most about the current group that we have here?
I think the potential within it. There's so much talent within the current 21s group, but also the talent coming through the younger age group. So we've got a number of 16s that are training with us or even featuring in fixtures with us, and then talking to the other staff members, the talent they've got coming through the 14s and below that looks really promising. So I think there's a clear pathway here, which is great for the players to try and strive towards making first team appearances one day.
And you mentioned the first team there. A number of the current 21 squad have trained with the first team. Some have made their debut at senior level. Obviously, Poppy signed her first pro deal a couple of weeks ago. Is a key for your role now making sure that we continue to produce players that are ready for that step up?
Yeah, for sure. If anything, that's the main priority. Obviously, the success that we can have on the pitch in a 21s environment is great, but for us, it's the individual player at the front of everything we do. And that aim is to try and get them to a point where they're ready to step up into the first team when needed and hopefully become regular players within that setup.
And it's been a busy week for the team. You obviously had Spurs on Wednesday here at KPC. You've got the Cup Final now on Sunday. How do you go about preparing for a week like that when you end with such a big fixture?
Yeah, I think you try and just take each game as it comes, of course. And obviously we had a focus on Spurs on Wednesday, but ultimately players are looking ahead to Sunday, and a lot of the work that we've done in training has been with an eye on Sunday. But Wednesday was a good opportunity to use that as an opportunity to practice some of the bits that we've worked on in training, but equally manage minutes so we can get players up to the loading that they need to be at in prep for Sunday, and also give some players some well-deserved rest because some of them have played a lot of minutes this season.
And Sunday is a game I'm sure everybody's looking forward to, but also one that everyone in the squad wants to be a part of. What has the messaging been to the group this week ahead of that occasion?
Yeah, of course. Listen, you understand that every player wants to be involved in moments like that, but unfortunately not every player can be. So the key really for the squad is that the whole squad have played a massive part in getting us to the final, and the whole squad will play a big part on Sunday. Obviously that will look different for each individual player, but I think when I came in and I asked the players what's the biggest strength of the squad, and they told me it was the togetherness both on and off the pitch. So really it's about emphasising that strength, and that's part of the reason why they've got here, and making sure they all play their part on Sunday, whatever that looks like.
And the run to get to the final has been an impressive one, overcoming Chelsea and Arsenal on the way. That must give the group plenty of confidence going into Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. They've had a really tough run to get into the Cup Final, and I think, but that only gives you a bit of belief. The Chelsea game, they overcome a 3-0 deficit, so you can overcome those barriers as well if one was to present themselves on Sunday. Hopefully not, but that run I think only gives you more belief and confidence that another one-off game that we can absolutely go and hopefully take the trophy home.
And just finally, it's set to be a sellout at Loughborough University on Sunday. How exciting is that for the players to make that occasion even more special for them?
Yeah, I think of course it adds excitement, but it probably adds a little bit of nerves for them on top of the nerves they'd already have for a cup final anyway. And I think that will give them a different challenge, and one that they've maybe not faced before, that actually when they go and step up into a first team environment, that becomes more important. So knowing their roles before they step onto the pitch is going to be really important, because the noise and the messages they might hear from the bench might be limited compared to normal. So a really good challenge for them, and one that will maybe replicate what they might expect if they were to step up into the first team.
Well, thanks, Georgia, and good luck at the weekend.
Cheers, thank you.